On to race number 9, then the second last on the programme. Class 2 here over the 1,200 metres, back onto the all-weather, and Fight Hero takes a drop-in trip. He's a 4-time course and distance winner over the 1,200 metres. Calculations won over the 1,650 this season. Shamal onto the all-weather for the first time, as is Super Turbo. People's Night gets the blinkers on. Pick number 1 is 5 from 5 on the dirt. Infinity Endeavour, last start course and distance winner. Cheerful Jet is as well. He's on a hat-trick. And Perpetual Treasure will be rolling from barrier 1. This is a really good race here on the dirt.
It is, and Zach Burton pushed very hard from barrier 8 to get the lead on pick number 1 the last time he raced back in mid-April. There's a lot of speed here. I'm not sure he can lead, but he can sit in, get some cover. Moment of Power, Shamal, Perpetual Treasure, they might line up, and pick number 1 in Calculation, who quinelled the race the last time pick number 1 ran, could be side by side. Cheerful Jet's another one that's got good speed.
Fight Hero's the one against the rail here. He's going really nicely with Mongolian King, who comes up in the last as well. So keep an eye on these two as they come down. But Fight Hero's in great form great form on the track at the moment, and his race performance has been pretty good. Calculation, as you mentioned, he loves the surface, and he's been sort of going nicely enough as well here in the mornings. Not too much to him. He doesn't carry too much excess condition, but he is a horse in good form at the moment. Here's Shamal. He's an interesting runner because he's just going to go out there. I think the tactics for him is just go out, 10-pound claim, and go as fast as you can.
Yeah. Flat out, all the way.
See how long you can last for. All right, well, chasing him down, if that is the case, I'm sure will be pick number 1, possibly Calculation as well. Fight Hero will probably enjoy the drop-back-in trip, and Perpetual Treasure.
It's hard to be too critical against pick number 1 because he did everything that Zach Burton asked him to do here. He began very sharply, found the front, came back underneath Zach, was able to get probably 100 metres of breathing time, and then kicked again. Calculation got very close, as did a few others on the wire. I just think with the other pace in the race, it might make it a little bit tougher for him. But who's to tip against him because he hasn't been beaten yet?
No, I've got him on top, but I like Fight Hero, and I think he can get the race really run to suit, especially if they go lickety-split.
He could be swamping late.
Yeah, he's the one who'll be finishing over the top.
All right, Infinity Endeavour's got a pretty decent kick as well. A last start winner. He's 1 from 1 on the all-weather.
That he is, and Joe Moreira was aboard. He would have had the option to ride again here, but he is riding Calculation, a horse that he's won on in the past. So that, to me, suggests that maybe Calculation might be the selection ahead of Infinity Endeavour, who got there in the final stride. He's had a good season overall, but this, again, is another step up the rung.
Yeah, I'll get him in on the 4th line because he's another one I think could get the race run to suit.
Get the pace,
and
yeah.
he's 1 start, 1 win on the surface.
Same 4th for me.
All right, Cheerful Jet, the last one we're going to have a look at. He's here on a hat-trick after winning at Happy Valley in this last start effort over the 1,200 metres, but in Class 3. This is Class 2.
Yeah, I don't know whether or not he can cop all this pace. I mean, here he sat in behind it and he was able to get home over the top of it. Having said that, he is getting better and better with racing. He's won a couple of really nice races in good style at the Valley earlier on in the season. Went onto this surface for the first time and really lapped it up. So he might be another one that's just better on the dirt.
Yeah, well, he's got the pedigree for it, and he's run well on it. Again, he's going to have to sit in because if he gets in a pace duel, that'll be the undoing of him.
Yeah.
All right, in a very competitive race, pick number 1's odds-on favourite.
Yeah, I've got him on top, but he's going to have to... I mean, Zach Burton, I think, will just sit him behind. I think Shamal's going to go lickety-split in front, which might suit his stablemate here, Fight Hero, at the back there. I think he can sort of be one running on late. Calculation will be right there, and Infinity Endeavour finishing off late as well, just ahead of Cheerful Jet. So I went 6, 1, 2 and 8. I'll go with Exotics 1, 2 and 6 because I think pick number 1's going to come up too short.
I tipped against him last start, pick number 1, because I thought it was a race where he might be slightly vulnerable, but he proved me wrong. I'm going to tip against him again because of the pace here. If Zach gets him out of the gates like he did last start, pick number 1, he can find the front and then ease, he'll win it again. But I don't know whether that'll happen with the horses like Shamal and so forth, Cheerful Jet in the race, Perpetual Joyance, or Treasure rather. So I'm going to go with Calculation, who was strong over a mile earlier on in the season. To beat pick number 1, Fight Hero will be swinging late, and so will Infinity Endeavour. 2, 6, 1 and 8. So the same 4 numbers as Paul, just a slightly different order.
Yeah, I've gone with pick number 1, but I think Kingsfield's an interesting runner as well on the all-weather for the first time. It's double-figure price as well for Richard Gibson. All right, one more race to go. We finished with a good one as well. Plus all the best bets. That comes up next.